Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today we're doing something a little different. As you can see, I've got this. This is actually an engineered floor, which I found. I found this on Marketplace. I got extra pieces just over to the left here. I actually got like three boxes, a couple $100. So this is the. It's a maple and the engineered floor. You can see the oh, there you go. You can see the end of it there. So the reason I bought it is I wanted to play around with wax removal and probably some screen and recoat, and I wanted to have a a decent floor to do that with. Just play around with it, and so I have got 3 coats of Rejuvenate on here. I let it cure. It's been a few days ago I did this. And first of all, I want to try a couple of different experiments. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. But, we all sometimes come up with ideas and we wonder, will this work or will that not work? My first experiment is I've got my rotary sitting here. I'll bring it over in a sec. I'm going to run the rotary on here with a shampoo brush. I'm just curious to see if the shampoo brush is going to be able to remove the Rejuvenate that's emulsified with the... I'm actually using Zep stripper, by the way. Now, obviously, normally you would be using a red pad, which is what you would work fine. But we're also going to try something else. I wasn't sure if I was going to try this, but... well, you might be a little bit surprised about what my next step is. But anyway, we'll try the shampoo brush first. I'm just wondering, it's pretty darn soft. This is my older shampoo brush, which I kind of put aside because I got a nice new one, or much newer one anyway. So this is the older one, so I thought we'd give this a try first. Okay. That looks like it's working very well. Actually, I'm a little surprised. I was actually thinking it might be too soft because it's a shampoo brush, but it seems to be really working quite well. Interesting. Okay, that was my first experiment. The second one, yes. Guess what that is? That's actually a hard floor brush. You'd use this on grout or even concrete floor. Now, it's quite a bit stiffer, obviously. Although, I was thinking about it that I actually tried it on a piece of the wood here I showed you. And I really pressed down hard on it and rubbed it as hard as I could. I couldn't make a mark on the varathane. That's obviously the concern. Is it too hard? Are the bristles too hard for the varathane? So I just want to try it. I'm not recommending anybody do this, but anyway, just a thought. Give it a whirl. Could be goodbye to my floor here. Oh, yeah, this clutch doesn't quite fit right. Got a metal clutch on there and it doesn't quite fit right, that's why it's making that funny noise. I don't think it's causing any damage to the air thing. I'll experiment with this further, but I just wanted to kind of see that initially. But the shampoo brush definitely worked well, so there you go, interesting. I thought it, although I've got another way of taking the wax off, which I'm about to show you now. Get rid of this out of the way. I've never heard of anybody using a grout brush or a hard floor brush on a verathane floor. I don't know anybody would dare to do that, and I understand that, but anyway, I just thought that was an interesting idea. Maybe it's possible, I don't know. But the shampoo brush definitely seemed to emulsify it pretty well there. So anyway, here's my actual plan to do the scrubbing and then the extracting on floors when I'm removing the wax. I have two options. I have a Multiwash as well as a Rotowash, and today I'm going to use the Multiwash. This machine is actually picking up the slurry and depositing it in the tank right there. Now, if you go back in my listing, my playlist for the wood floor cleaning list, you'll see where I use the Multiwash on the floor that I remove the wax, and that worked really, really well. So. I can see it's looking really good actually. My thought, by the way, is that when I'm doing a floor, the wax removal job, rather than going over the floor first of all with the rotary, and then extracting the slurry or whatever, and then bringing in something to pick up the slurry and whatnot, or whatever. Maybe I can just do it with one tool, with the one machine. And yeah, it's definitely picking up, because I know they pick up really well, so let's have a look. Yeah, it's working really well. And this floor's got a little bit of a, it's not completely flat. I can't remember what they call that. Anyway, we'll continue here. Quite a big job on Saturday, I actually think I'm going to do the Rotowash for that because when I do the job on Saturday, I'll record it first. And I'm going to show you guys, I think a way that I can get along the edges really, really easily with the Rotowash. I got a feeling it's going to work really, really well. And the whole point, my biggest concern for doing the waxing of the job has been the amount of time it takes. I work alone, so if I can speed up the job and make it work pretty well, then that's obviously a major concern. Anyway, I think this is working really well. It really worked well when I used the Rotowash on the other job, which I recorded. So let's have a look what's in the tank. So there we go. Can you see that? Pretty gross. Okay, now go to the rinse. This is actually, I think what I'll just put water in it this time. So we're going to rinse the floor with water with the Multiwash. Now the Multiwash is a little bit different than the Rotowash because it has actually a device on the front of the tank, the front of the machine there. And you pull the valve up here, and it gravity feeds and dribbles onto the brush as it goes. So, whereas the Rotowash, at least the one that I have, has got a spray system on it. So, you can see it on the front of the machine how it's dribbling down. These are really easy machines to use, actually. There's really no effort to it. There's a little bit of weight. So it moves very easily when the motor turns on and the brushes, one is spinning one way and one is spinning the other. So it kind of just floats. I found this machine on Facebook Marketplace, so it was a surprise to find. Turned out I knew the guy that had it. I think I paid $1,000 for it. I had to spend a few $100 I had to replace some parts on it. The little wheels underneath were all broken up, and the recovery tank was actually broken. The little valve for depositing or delivering the water, it wasn't working right either. So I can see the tank is filling up here. See that it leaves the floor virtually dry. Even though there's no suction, because of the way the brush is grabbing and pulling the moisture off the floor, they actually leave the floor amazingly dry. brush, that grout brush, there's no marks on that floor. So that's interesting. I think. The floor is looking phenomenal. It should. It's pretty good floor. That's good when you look though. It's really drying the floor now this time. This way, just with the, I'm not putting out any more water now. Okay, well, let's have a look what's in the tank again. That's pretty gross, huh? And you know what? Just because we want to be really sure about this, let's do another pass with the water on. I must say though, one thing I want to just point out about the Multiwash compared to the Rotowash that I have, mine is an 18-inch, so it's bigger than this. This is 14 inches, I guess. This is a good size because it's not too heavy, and for a home, for going into residential situations, this is definitely a good machine for that. One reason is you can pick it up, whereas the Rotowash, it's like 70 pounds. This is probably, I think it's 40 or 50 pounds, I guess. So it's a little more, it's a little easier to work with this machine as far as the weight goes. But anyway, and I would imagine that some of the accessories you can get for the Rotowash, I guess you can get for this as well. Because the one thing I have for the Rotowash is a brush that goes on the side. Maybe you can get it for this. I haven't looked into it yet. But anyway, let's give it a try here. We're gonna do another rinse run. It'll be interesting to see if I pick up, after going over what you just saw me, it'll be interesting to see if I pick anything more off the floor. Just clean the water with. This is just water in here now. I'm just literally wet rinsing with water, that's it. I could have used a neutral cleaner. I had some oil down there. But I'm not over to start with water. Hear the squeak? Oh, squeaky clean. Boy, that's going to be a clean floor. You guess that all the wax is off for sure. It certainly looks like it is. it as well as I can from the camera view, but from this perspective, before it was looking right. The light and there from before, the light behind me, it just looks like a brand new floor. It is. Dry fast now. I want to make sure I get all the moisture out as possible can. I've been watching videos of different machines on wood floors, and a few years ago the dirt dragging was really popular, but I thought about one of those, and then I was, I've watched the videos and read the comments and people are saying, that wasn't a great machine quality and things like that. You don't hear about people saying that about these machines. The Multiwash or the Rotowash. It's top-notch quality. It's just a little bit dark there. There's a little bit of contamination in the tank. Anyway, can you see that? It's actually looks pretty good. Now, if I had put a neutral cleaner in there, I'm not using any cleaner at all, so you can clean better with a cleaner, I guess. So that'll be my next. I'll try that the next time. Anyway, I think we've got this figured out. So it'll be interesting on Saturday when I do the wax removal job. My plan is again to use the Rotowash because it has an attachment on the side that can go right up against the wall, which is that's what one of the fiddly things is getting along the edges. But the open areas, as you see, they'll go really quite quick with a machine like this. So I thought you might be interested to see that. Hopefully I'll be doing this a lot more. I've got a home show to do in middle of April, and we're going to be talking to people much more about wood floors, presenting that there. If you saw the video I posted yesterday, with the new signage we've got, which will be in the home show, which will be promoting the wood floor cleaning. So hopefully this will really add to what I'm already doing with the carpet cleaning. I actually really like doing this. It really is quite interesting. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So anyway, keep posted and keep watching the videos, and I'll share with you guys everything that I learn and my thoughts and whatever. So anyway, I'll let you go. So thanks for watching and have a good day.